Hello. When considering what type of sleeping bag to buy, obviously there's going to be several concerns. One of those concerns is the temperature. Are you going to Antarctica? Are you going to Florida? Two different bags. Okay? So once you have your temperature range selected, that helps you a little bit. The next concern is going to be the type of material. Basically, there's 3 or 4 that we'll talk about. One of those is cotton. Throw it out. It doesn't belong on any good camping trip. So those cheap Coleman type camping sleeping bags that are filled with cotton, made of cotton, they're useless. Don't waste your money. Second, some type of synthetic material. Those would be your Qualifills, your Polar Fills, those types of things. Those are good choices because they insulate, they're lightweight, and they'll still insulate you if they're wet, and they dry easily. Another choice is down, goose down. That's a great choice because it's lightweight, it's highly insulative. The down part is if it gets wet, it's heavy and it takes forever to dry. The next function of a sleeping bag is how it's constructed. Your inexpensive, or I would say your cheap sleeping bags, are sewn through, okay? And what that is you have a top, you have a bottom, you have a zipper. You slide in, you are the filling, this is the burrito. The insulation has to stay in place somehow. When it's sewn all the way through, those are cold spots. Okay, it's cheap, it's easy. So this is an inexpensive sleeping bag. Synthetic is going to work fine in easy temperatures. Your better sleeping bags are going to be mummy styled, less wasted space, and usually there's some type of baffling inside. So if you have the top and the bottom, there's some type of baffle in between to hold the insulation in place. Sometimes there's quilted baffles, okay, if that makes sense. And that holds the insulation in place. This one has a nice synthetic liner, so it's nice and smooth and cuddly when you get in. It has a little draft guard. So when I close my zipper, there's a draft protection so that there's not a cold breeze coming in from the zipper. And this is a mummy style, so if it does get cold, I can cinch it down around my head. This bag is rated for about 30 degrees, whereas that previous bag would just be a summer rated bag, where you're not getting any cooler than 60 degrees, 70 degrees. So, once again, buy something that's going to meet your needs now and later. Don't skimp, because this is a sleeping bag that you're going to have for a long time. So spend the good money now, and you'll be that much more comfortable on those long, cool, rainy nights, and you'll be glad you made a good investment. Again, weight is a consideration. The heavier your sleeping bag, the more you're going to have to lug around on your backpacking trips. And again, if you're car camping, weight doesn't really matter. Thank you very much. Safe adventures.